Alright y'all, it's about that time. Oscar season is coming soon. Y'all, my predictions for the nominations? Let's go.
I came to vibe, you came to function, just do that, baby. Don't worry about nothing, no. I came to vibe, you came to function, just do that, baby. Don't worry about nothing, no.
Yeah, what up y'all, it's your boy Bright here, the R&B Kid. I'm backing out with another video, but if this is your first time on my channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because on this channel I talk all things music and entertainment while keeping it real, but always trying to find the bright side of everything, alright? And after you hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit the bell next to it so you can get the post notifications. So every time I post a new video, you're gonna see it. Alright you guys, like I said on this video, I'm going to be breaking down my predictions for the 2019 Oscar nominations. The nominations for the Oscars this year come out in 2 days on January 22nd. But I just wanted to make sure I actually put out a video documenting my predictions before the nominations actually do drop this year, okay? So for those of you guys who are longtime viewers and subscribers and supporters of me, you guys know that my channel is mainly focused on music, but I am a low-key movie nerd. So last year I actually didn't do this, but I did do a review of the Oscars with my boy Miguel. So if you want to check out that video, you can go check it out. I'll probably put the card up right there. I loved making that video with my boy Miguel, who's also like one of my good friends, and he's a movie nerd too, just like me. So we talked about the Oscars last year, but I never actually put out my predictions for the nominations. So I thought I might as well do it this year to see how I do with my actual predictions. But yeah, man, the Oscars look like they're gonna be really weird this year. There's a lot of stuff going on, and things kind of all over the place. But I still want to put my hat in the ring and see how I do with my predictions. So y'all ready to get into it? Let's do it. Okay guys, quick little note before I start. I'm only going to be doing the major categories this year, and I'll not be talking about any predictions I have for anything below the line, because I feel like the average person doesn't really care about all the technical and craft categories. So I'm only going to be talking about best picture, best director, and all the acting categories. If you're interested in my thoughts on any of the below the line categories, just comment down below, and I'll talk with you guys if you want to. But for this video, I'm going to talk about stuff for the major categories. And also, I'll be listing off all my predictions for the nominations, from most likely to be nominated / win to least likely to be nominated / win. So that's how we're going to do it. And we're going to start off with best picture. So for best picture, guys, my lineup as it stands right now is Roma, Green Book, A Star is Born, Black Klansman, The Favorite, Vice, If Beale Street Could Talk, Black Panther, Bohemian Rhapsody, and if they were to have a 10th place spot for best picture, I'm giving it to A Quiet Place. Potential spoilers for me in this category, people that are kind of, outside bubbling in that could kind of sneak into best picture. I'd say the only two movies I think could sneak in are First Man and Mary Poppins Returns. I'd also personally love to see 8th Grade get a nomination for best picture, but I don't see it happening at all. I see it probably getting like a surprise nomination, maybe screenplay, maybe Elsie Fisher in a Crazy World, but I don't really see it popping into best picture, even though I'd love to see it because I love that movie. But I feel pretty good about my lineup, guys. So that's my lineup for best picture. I think my final 10 are who will be in contention at the end. And like I said, if there were to be any spoilers, I see it being First Man or Mary Poppins Returns. But yeah, man, I have to say Roma has been in my first place spot to win for a while now, for a couple of weeks now. I want to say earlier in, I say like late, for all of 2018, my prediction was A Star is Born was gonna win best picture, but I've been kind of seeing A Star is Born slowly falling off. It's not really been winning a lot of stuff throughout the guilds and throughout all the Globes or Critics' Choice, all that. I think we still have the SAGs coming up, so we'll see what happens at SAGs. But I've not really been seeing a lot of love for A Star is Born, so it's kind of fallen off for me. Roma has kind of been staying consistent for me. I just have this feeling with Roma. I feel like it's gonna win best picture because I feel like it's kind of that movie I think this year that's just kind of like none other, and I feel like that's what makes it stick out. It does have some roadblocks in terms of the fact that it is a Netflix movie. It's been mainly a Netflix movie, and it is black and white, and it's a foreign language film. Those are 3 major roadblocks to not only being nominated for best picture but also winning. But I really feel like this is gonna be the year, especially where there's so much confusion, there's no real front runners for anything. I really feel like this is gonna be the year where a movie like Roma can be and probably will be awarded. A movie that's really weird and not really like a usual best picture winner, but it deserves to be. And I have to say, a recent wrench, and I think kind of mine, and I want to say probably a lot of other people's, predictions has been Green Book winning at the Producers Guild Awards. I saw that news like today, and I was shocked. I was like, Green Book won at PGA? Like, Green Book? I really just thought Green Book was definitely not going to win anything major with the guilds because of all the backlash against the movie. I personally really enjoyed the movie, and I guess I can definitely understand all the backlash towards it in terms of Don Shirley's character not really being fully developed and fully realized, and maybe, you know, somewhat of the white savior narrative kind of taking control of that movie. I can kind of see that, even though I personally did like enjoy the movie for what it was. I enjoyed the story for what it was, but apparently Don Shirley's family saying that the relationship between, you know, Don Shirley and Tony Vallelonga, it was nothing like what was portrayed in the movie. So if that's true, then that's kind of sad in my opinion. But it seems like all that backlash has had nothing to do with really bringing down the film in terms of all the awards and buzz it's been getting. So Green Book winning PGA to me is a major thing. I feel like right now it's kind of it's really like on paper it's a front runner to win Best Picture right now, especially winning PGA. Let's see what happens at the SAGs. But personally for me, I still have Roma in my #1 spot to win Best Picture. I think in this time we're living in particular with, you know, with Trump and this wall and Mexico having to pay for it and all this stuff, I just think this is a really important and really perfectly timed time for Roma to win Best Picture. A picture that has mainly no Americans in it. It's all Mexicans. It's foreign language, but it's probably the most like beautifully shot, and it's probably one of the most poetic films in the whole bunch, probably besides If Beale Street Could Talk. So I really do think Roma is probably one of the most exotic and like I said, one of the most beautiful and poetic movies in this lineup. So I really feel like it deserves to win Best Picture. It really is a beautiful story. It's beautifully shot. It's Alfonso Cuarón's baby, and he really directed and wrote and like really made the fuck out of this movie along with a lot of other people. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens, but I do still have Roma in my #1 spot. But let me know what y'all think about Best Picture. Alright guys, now it's time for Best Director. So in my final 5 for Best Director, I have Alfonso Cuarón for Roma, Spike Lee for BlacKkKlansman, Bradley Cooper for A Star Is Born, Peter Farrelly for Green Book, and Yorgos Lanthimos for The Favorite. Those who I have my final 5. I think the people who are potential spoilers and kind of are on the outside looking in that could potentially get in are Adam McKay for Vice and Barry Jenkins for Beale Street Could Talk. I personally really want to see Barry Jenkins nominated, just because I feel like he's such a brilliant filmmaker and a brilliant director. But unfortunately, his movies kind of lost a lot of steam throughout this award season, and I don't think he's really been in the conversation for Best Director for a while now. But I would love to see him get a surprise on it. I think that would be dope, but I don't see it happening. I think Adam McKay has a higher chance of being a spoiler in this category because it seems like across the board, it seems like Vice is getting a little bit more love than If Beale Street Could Talk. I'd be surprised to see anybody else jump in, but then again, Best Director has been a category I think there's been a lot of surprises over the years in terms of either surprise inclusions or surprise snubs, so you never know what's going to happen until Tuesday. But in my final 5, I think it'll be Alfonso Cuarón, Spike Lee, Bradley Cooper, Peter Farrelly, and Yorgos Lanthimos. In terms of the winners, even though there's been no nominations yet, I personally would love to see Spike Lee win Best Director at the Oscars come next month. It's not gonna happen because Alfonso Cuarón is here. He's here. I'm still here. I'm still here. He's still here, but and I don't see anybody taking Alfonso down with the triumph and the achievement that was his direction of Roma. But seeing Spike Lee win the Oscar would be so dope to see, but it's okay. He has a good chance of winning Best Adapted Screenplay, so we'll keep it at that. Alright, that's my final 5. Let me know what you think about Best Director and who you think will be nominated or who you think will not be down below. Alright guys, now on to Best Actor. So in my final 5 for Best Actor, I'm predicting Christian Bale for Vice, Rami Malek for Bohemian Rhapsody, Bradley Cooper for A Star Is Born, Viggo Mortensen for Green Book, and John David Washington for BlacKkKlansman. So I think my final 5 are pretty good. I think those will be nominated come Oscar morning on Tuesday. But I think potential spoilers for this category are going to be Ethan Hawke in First Reformed, Willem Dafoe in At Eternity's Gate, and Ryan Gosling in First Man. I don't think Ryan Gosling will be nominated, but he could potentially be nominated. I think the person who has the best shot at being a potential spoiler is Ethan Hawke in First Reformed. Even though I haven't seen that movie, I've been hearing a lot about him, so I think he could probably get in there. But I think my final five are who are gonna be the final five in the end. But let me know what y'all think about Best Actor. Alright y'all, now we're on to Best Actress. So this has probably been one of the most interesting races all year. Probably the most like competitive and actually interesting race all year. But let's see what happens when it come Oscar morning, guys. But right now my final five, I have Glenn Close in The Wife, Lady Gaga in A Star Is Born, Olivia Colman in The Favorite, Melissa McCarthy in Can You Ever Forgive Me, and Mrs. Yalitza Aparicio in Roma. I think those final five will be who will make it to the final five come Oscar morning. I feel good about that final five. But as with everything else with the Oscars, there are potential spoilers, and I think the potential spoilers for this category are, I want to definitely say in first place is Emily Blunt in Mary Poppins Returns. I definitely think she has a good chance of being nominated. She's probably next in line. And if she's not going to be in the final five, she would have been the first person waiting in line for the nomination. After that, I'd say Miss Viola Davis in Widows. Viola Davis has been really quiet all award season, but she did get the surprise BAFTA nomination, so I think that bodes well for her. I don't think she'll get a nomination in the end, but she could, so you never know. And also some potential spoilers in this category, even though I don't think they'll be nominated, they have a shot, are Toni Collette in Hereditary, Nicole Kidman in Destroyer, and Elsie Fisher in 8th Grade, who I think was amazing, but child actors often have a hard time being nominated for Oscars, so I don't think that'll happen. But you never know what's gonna happen. So let me know what y'all think about Best Actress. I feel pretty good about my final five. If I were to have a second incarnation of this list, I'd keep my first four, and I'd probably switch out Yalitza for maybe Emily Blunt. But I think Yalitza will make it into the end, because I feel like they do need, especially with Roma hopefully winning Best Picture, I feel like they're gonna need some acting representation in the nomination. So I think Yalitza will be the one nomination they'll give Roma for acting. So that's my thoughts. But let me know what yours are down below. Alright y'all, now on to Best Supporting Actor. So for Best Supporting Actor, in my final five, I have Mahershala Ali in Green Book, Richard E. Grant in Can You Ever Forgive Me, Timothy Chalamet in Beautiful Boy. Amazing performance in my opinion. Timothy killed that performance. Sam Elliott in A Star Is Born, and Adam Driver in Black Klansman. So those are my final five, guys. Potential spoilers, people who I think could bubble into this category: Sam Rockwell in Vice, Michael B. Jordan in Black Panther, Daniel Kaluuya in Widows, and Brian Tyree Henry in If Beale Street Could Talk. He's also in Widows, but I think if he did get a nomination, it would be for If Beale Street Could Talk. So I think my final five are really who the final five would be. If there's one person who has a good shot at being nominated, it's Sam Rockwell, because he's been getting a lot of love. He got love from the Golden Globes and from the BAFTAs. I don't think at SAG, so he has a good chance of being nominated. But I think the Sam that'll replace him will be Sam Elliott. So I think they'll give Sam Elliott the Oscar, especially since Sam Rockwell just won an Oscar last year. That love from last year could mean he gets a nomination this year, but I think they'll give it to Sam Elliott. So I feel pretty good about my final five. Michael B. Jordan, that's something I'd love to see, not only because I love Black Panther, but because I also feel like Michael B. Jordan has been working hard. He's been consistently doing this thing for a good amount of time now. So I'd love to see him get that nomination. But at the end of the day, I think it'll be really hard for him to either surpass Sam Rockwell to get into the final five in general. So I don't know, it's hard, but you never know. There could be a lot of love, there could be a lot of love for Michael B. Jordan. But I think my final five are who are gonna make it in the end. So let me know what you think about Best Supporting Actor down below. Alright guys, now we're on to Best Supporting Actress. So in my final five lineup for Best Supporting Actress, I'm predicting Regina King for If Beale Street Could Talk, Amy Adams for Vice, Rachel Weisz in The Favorite, Emma Stone in The Favorite, and Claire Foy in First Man. So this is always a very interesting category every year. Last year was kind of boring, but I think more than any other acting category, I feel like this is always a cathere always can be like a major surprise and like a really random nomination. more than any other category. So this year, I think this category is like kind of all over the place because there's really no front runner in this category. The front runner has been Regina King for a while now, but she infamously has not picked up a BAFTA or a SAG nomination, so that's very telling. I still have her in my first place spot to win because I feel like there's just a lot of love for Regina King, and I feel like, you know, she really kills in her role. But you know, those lack of nominations are there, so you never know what's gonna happen, and I feel like that's gonna leave a lot of room for some potential spoilers more than any other category. So even though I love Regina King, she's a whole queen. I just love her. She's a vibe. She's amazing. I definitely think she'll still be nominated, but I'm not sure if she's gonna win. But I hope she does because I love her and she's so deserving of it after decades of like dope work and just being an amazing person. I love Regina King. So now that I'm done fanning over Regina King, my potential spoilers for this category, who I think all these are actually like legit because this category is kind of all over the place. Emily Blunt in A Quiet Place, Nicole Kidman in Boy Erased, Margot Robbie in Mary Queen of Scots, Michelle Yeoh in Crazy Rich Asians, and Marina de Tavira in Roma. I think the two people who have, I want to say the three people I think that have the best shot for different reasons. First place is Emily Blunt in A Quiet Place. I think because the Oscars I think are gonna really want to give Emily Blunt some type of Oscar nomination this year, she'll have a hard time getting into Best Actress because that category is really filled this year. But I think they could give her, you know, kind of a layup nomination for her role in A Quiet Place. Even though I don't think personally her role is deserving of an Oscar nomination, even though A Quiet Place is one of my favorite movies of 2018, and she was amazing in that movie. Everybody was amazing in the movie. I don't think her role was deserving of an Oscar nomination, but if she got it, I wouldn't be upset because Emily Blunt has been a dope, amazing, hardworking actress for a long time now, who's never ever been nominated. So I would be happy for her to finally get her first nomination, if it's not for Mary Poppins. So I think she has a good chance of being nominated come Tuesday morning. If it's not her, I can also see Michelle Yeoh getting in there to give some love to an Asian actress, and also to give some love to Crazy Rich Asians as a whole in the acting categories. And also I could see Marina de Tavira getting in there to also beef up more acting love for Roma besides Yalitza Aparicio. So I think my final five are who will make it in the end. But if there were a potential spoiler, I could see being Emily Blunt, especially Emily Blunt or Marina de Tavira, and potentially Michelle Yeoh, Nicole Kidman, and Margot Robbie, but I doubt it. But let me know what y'all think about supporting actors down below. Alright y'all, so those are my predictions for the 2019 Oscar nominations. Like I said guys, the nominations drop in 2 days, but I'm still excited to see how I did because I really feel like more than any other year in recent memory, I really feel like this is a really weird year for the Oscars, where in a lot of categories there's really no frontrunners and a lot of things are really wide open. So while it makes things somewhat like challenging and confusing, I'm actually like excited nonetheless because I'm looking forward to seeing how things shake out. But yeah man, I really feel like Best Picture is still a three-way race between Roma, A Star Is Born, and Green Book, and I'm still Team Roma because I really feel like it really was one of the most like beautifully shot, complex, deep, layered, and like poetic films of the year, with a beautiful story. To me it's a filmmaking triumph by Alfonso Cuarón. So I'm still Team Roma at the end of the day, and especially in these times we're living in with us being under the Trump administration, all this immigration bullshit, I really feel like it will be so timely and so dope to see Roma take Best Picture right now. I just feel like it'll be dope. A Star Is Born, as much as I loved it, I really have a hard time believing that a movie like A Star Is Born, that's on its 4th incarnation of that movie with like a very basic plot, I really don't see it winning Best Picture, but if it did, I'd be happy and I'd be cool with it. Green Book, kind of similar thing. As much as I love that movie, I feel like there's so much drama surrounding it, so I really have a hard time seeing it actually taking Best Picture in the end. But you know, it could. Anything can happen, guys. So let's see what happens. This is the Oscars, guys. Anything can happen. So I'm looking forward to seeing how things shake out. But let's see what happens, y'all. Comment down below what you think about my predictions, and let me know what your predictions are too. Let me know down below what you think is gonna happen in terms of the nominations, and then when the nominations actually do drop, let me know what you think about who's out front to win in different categories. Let me know all your thoughts down below, alright? I appreciate y'all. Let me know all your thoughts down below. If you haven't already, guys, hit this video with a like, share this video, and subscribe to my channel, alright? I appreciate y'all. And like I always say, guys, live your best life, drink more water, stay woke, and if you're mad or sad, go listen to your favorite song to make you feel better, okay? Go listen to your favorite song. But this has been your boy Bright, the R&B Kid. Thank you for watching, but for now, I'm signing off, baby. Bye, y'all.
function, just do that, baby. Don't worry about nothing, no, 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 no. I came to vibe, you came to function, just do that, baby. Don't worry about nothing, no, no, no. Relax just a little bit. You don't gotta worry, you can just have fun.